Yes, people, good afternoon. Welcome back to my channel. Tottenham 2, Chelsea 0. This Chelsea is a joke, definitely. A club that spent over 600 million. I mean, I just don't know what to say. Straight after the game, we're going to do the match review. And, of course, is Potter the big problem at Chelsea? Should Chelsea sack Graham Potter right now? You tell me in a live chat. Should Chelsea get rid of Graham Potter right now? Because I think that Chelsea fans already had enough. And I think today would just be, that's it. No more Potter. 100% not more Potter, right? And what a shit performance from Chelsea as well. What a shit performance. And onto the ball, big up to you, my man. Everyone in the chat, yeah, I feel sick. I'm hungover big time. I wasn't meant to do this, but only one live stream today, not even a Barcelona game I will be doing today, unfortunately. And I just think Chelsea fans had enough. I went to the shop today and I had a chat with a Chelsea fan, and I said, if you lose today, Chelsea fans gonna go very, very hard on Porter out. And today, clearly, I mean, they just don't do anything. I mean, like you look at their last few games, even today as well. They're just bad. That's the reality. They're bad. By the way, straight after the game, I will have a special guest with me, and I know if 85 minutes, almost 86, game is over. We know it's over. And smash the poll. Let me know, people, if you think will Tottenham finish top 4? Let me know in the live chat as well. Smash the poll, yes or no. And my special guest is in here. He's in here now. Good evening, my man. How are you?
Graham Potter, you absolute fraud. Literally, you couldn't do us a favour after we drew vs Palace. Oh my god. Tottenham getting top 4. It's done. I have to say.
I don't know. I still got my doubts, but like, the thing is, like, it's the same with Arsenal winning the title, right? You keep seeing City keeps dropping points. You're seeing everyone else keep dropping points as well. Like Newcastle just all of a sudden got addicted to just draw every game pretty much, dropping points. So Tottenham may, with a bit of luck as well, may finish top 4. I don't know. Let's wait and see. Still a long season to go. Still, how many games left? 25, still 14 games left. So, I mean, let's see what's going to happen. Because I cannot see Liverpool picking up. Another draw last night. So, it's just a crazy season to predict. I said week in, week out, I don't think Tottenham will finish top 4, but by the look of it now, my man. By the way, a good performance by Tottenham overall as a team, but very poor Chelsea, let's be honest in here.
No, I don't. This is the thing, right? If I'm Spurs, I'll be happy, but I won't exaggerate this game because it's like, come on, it's Chelsea, man. They're not great, are they? Well, no, they're awful.
Sorry, people. But anyways, almost 88 minutes. Not feeling great today, definitely not. A big night. Chelsea in here. Ooh, what crossing the box. What is going on with Emerson Royale, by the way? This guy, has he got his Brazilian passport back? He's been absolutely amazing.
He's not even letting Porro get in the team, man.
Both Chelsea goals was like Kepa. How did he not save that?
Yeah,
How did Kepa not save that? And the second goal as well, the corner. I mean, look, the defense was just like, you see, Aaron Ken was just there already. He knew the ball was going to go in there on his own as well. But like I said, credit to Tottenham. I think overall good performance as a team today. They had actually had a good performance against the big ones. Like I would say against City, that was a good performance as a team. Even against Liverpool, when they lost to Liverpool, they looked really good in that second half. They should have never lost that game. But yeah, I mean, look, is what it is. This is a massive win for Tottenham. A massive win. This is going
Pedro
to.
Porro is coming on.
Sorry.
Pedro Porro is coming off
Yeah,
for Richard.
come on. Yeah, yeah. Richarlison, another game in the Premier League with us scoring a goal. By the way, people, let me know your thoughts in the live chat. If you could please smash the like, really appreciate. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Big up to 9 people watching now. And I've got my brother in a live chat say, Vamos football Ferreira, Vamos Tottenham. Big up all the Spurs fan.
You
What
know,
a win for Tottenham. What a
you
win.
know what helps Spurs as well? They have an easy schedule, man. They have such an easy schedule coming up. Now they got teams like Wolves, Southampton, Nottingham Forest, Everton. So I'm sadly Spurs won't get top 4.
Yeah, but then don't forget, like teams like Nottingham Forest, Wolves, Everton, is where the games become even harder because teams like like you just mentioned, Wolves and stuff, they're fighting for their lives to stay up, and there's not an easy game for sure. Every game, it's going to be like a final for like the teams who's at bottom of the table trying to fight, and like Tottenham up there to finish top 4 as well. Let's see how Newcastle gonna do it. I mean,
I think right. Newcastle and Liverpool right now. I'm not gonna lie, they're both. Liverpool can't pick up a win. They're not performing. Newcastle can't score. So can you really see Liverpool Newcastle winning?
the thing is, this is the season where you knew this was going to come for Newcastle. You knew Newcastle was going to start dropping points. We've mentioned this almost every week. They've got a good 11, but I don't think their squads. They haven't got enough that in the squad. Their bench not that good, and they struggle now. We've seen, and Liverpool will not go in a good run this season, unfortunately. So I don't know.
My only hope is if Luis Diaz comes back and then we go on a mad run. But what I will say is if we can beat Wolves and United 2 games coming up, and there'll be a lift in confidence just generally because I
Big
don't.
up to everyone. 14 people watching now. Keep smashing the like, please, people. Let me know your thoughts in the live chat, and yeah, subscribe to the channel if you're new. I really appreciate it. I wasn't meant to do a live stream today because I feel sick. Chelsea. Ooh, is that a corner? Well, almost 92 minutes. Yeah, corner. I think Skip was the last player. Skip, what a game. What a goal. But Kepa should have saved that, that's for sure. But I think probably I would give my man of the match to Skip because he was brilliant that midfield.
Yeah.
Today he bossed that midfield like no one else. Even Emerson Royal, I don't know what's going on with Emerson Royal. He's just turning into like a proper Brazilian footballer. He's just sorry, people. I just feel so bad. I feel sick, and yeah, I mean Emerson Royal is like, come on. He's recently, since he knew that Tottenham was going to sign Pedro Porro, he all of a sudden he gave him that extra motivation. He started working hard. He became a better footballer as well. But he's been brilliant again today.
Can Chelsea get a goal? I mean,
even if they get a goal, nothing's going to change anyway. Another way Tottenham looked, because Tottenham looked well organised again, once again. But yeah, big up to almost 20 people watching. Really appreciate it. Keep smashing the likes, please, people.
You know the curse? If Conte comes back and they turn into some rubbish team. I don't know. When Conte's not there, they play like
Romero. What a defender, Romero. Emerson Real is that free kick. Free kick for Tottenham is almost over now. People, Emerson find the Brazil
Yeah.
passport. My brother says in a live chat, yes, exactly what I just said, my man. You actually text me today. You say that. And I thought, come on. He's just like, he used to be so bad. And all of a sudden, Emerson Real he's been Tottenham probably since he knew that Tottenham was going to sign Pedro Porro. Emerson Real probably has been Tottenham the best player. And yeah, keep smashing the likes, please, people. 20 people watching. Bring the likes up. Let me know your thoughts as well in the live chat. Probably will not be in here too long. The game is almost over. We'll do the match review. We're going to be talking about, of course, Tottenham top 4, Chelsea put out, yes or no. And the key moments of the game today, should that have been a red card? The VAR basically, gave the red card, told the ref, and then the ref turned around and changed his mind. But we're going to be talking about that. And yes, and unfortunately, there's no more live streams for me today. I feel sick, people. But yeah, big up to 24 people watching now. Really appreciate the support. Like I said, keep bringing the likes up, please. Really appreciate, and leave your thoughts in the live chat. Chelsea fans definitely had enough of Porter now. Surely, I don't think Chelsea fans can handle anymore. That's the reality. I mean, like I said, I think he deserves more time, but I'm not going to put all the blame on Porter. But come on, he should have done it better. There's games that you can tell he should have done it better. Even today, like, he's changing the way he reacts, he's just, look, I'm sorry. When Porter was at Brighton, I was a big fan of Porter, but now, I'm sorry. Porter, what's going on in here? It's over, basically. Yeah, but I'm sorry now. I'm with Chelsea fans. Big up to everyone. 23 people, 24 people. Keep smashing the like. Son in here. Son just lost the ball. Enzo. Let's see what's going on. That's it. It's over, people. It's over, people. That's it. Full time, people. Tottenham 2, Chelsea 0. There's a lot to be talking about. And what a win for Tottenham. What a win for Tottenham. Massive 3 points for Tottenham. Man, full time for you and back to sleep.
I mean, of course, Spurs obviously had the chance to move ahead of Liverpool after drawing, and then took Newcastle, and they done really well to take the opportunity to. It's just annoying, right? Because we had the chance to close the gap on Tottenham, put pressure on them today. We didn't, and now Tottenham are probably we'll get top 4 most likely.
We will be talking about that. Let's talk about the game quickly. What was your thoughts about the game, right? We had first half, a 0-0 in the first half. I thought Tottenham was still the better team. We had the red card that was, all of a sudden, the VAR and the ref just decide to change their mind. And let's talk about a little bit about first half. With the 0-0 in the first half, I thought Tottenham was a slight better overall. Look a bit as a team as well, and with the better chances as well. Tottenham hit the post. That was so close. We had Thiago Silva coming off injured. I thought when Thiago Silva was on the pitch, he was bossing that defense when he was on the pitch. A few times against Kane and stuff. We know how good is Thiago Silva. But then, that red card, what was your thoughts? That should be a red card. That clearly looks like a slap, but it's a hard one to call. But look, a slap or a punch, it doesn't matter.
I don't think it is because just generally because for me it's a slap, but like it's a difficult one because depends how you look at it, right? I don't think I personally think that's not a red card. They actually did something smart for once. But yeah, I think it's good that, you know, they disallowed it because I don't think it was. But
Well, in my opinion, yeah, a lot of people might not agree with me, but for me, that should be a red card. Do you know what? Because he clearly mean to do that. You can't just not go and slap someone in the face like a slap. You know, for me, that should be a red card. That's just me, yeah. For me, that should have been a red card. That's just me. It's a slap, doesn't matter. A slap, a punch for me in football, that should be a red card. You cannot react like that. But yes, in the first half, like I said, Tottenham was still the better team. But in the second half, was just like Tottenham started the second half straight away flying straight. Well, after 30 seconds, 1-0. And then when Tottenham went 1-0 up in the second half, straight in the second half, I thought the game was over for Chelsea. Because Chelsea hasn't got, as I've mentioned a lot of times, and I've said this, I had a lot of people giving me shit, and I said, someone need to tell me what player from this Chelsea squad will guarantee them 10 to 12 goals until the end of the season. This was a few weeks ago, and I said, and we all know, we're not stupid. We all know that Chelsea problem is as well. They haven't got a top goal scorer. They haven't got a striker that will guarantee them goals. But even that, yeah, they got a lot of quality players. When you look at Chelsea's squad in the paper, yeah, they're good. But it's just the way Porter is setting up his team, the way you see Chelsea set up in each game. They do create. There's some games that do create chances, but today, yeah, they have probably like one chance, two chance, but still they could not create. There's a lot of problems in this Chelsea squads. And of course, not just a striker that would change them, but it's just the mentality as well. It seems like they haven't got the mentality in there. And you saw when Tottenham went 1-0 up, you knew that Chelsea wasn't going to come back for sure. And then you had still Tottenham dominate the game, controlling the game like they want to. They slowed the game down. They were still the better team. Chelsea could not react. Porter, typical, made. I'm going to say this, probably because I'm a bit hungover. Porter made, again, stupid changes. My man, you tell me, what is going on with this Chelsea?
I love this because Chelsea, you know, they were laughing at us yesterday, but no, they get what they deserve. But realistically, is he? I don't think he's the right man, if you ask me, because I think Chelsea fans are so used to like instant success. That's why they like this Potter out stuff. And like I said, it's a mess right now. It's Chelsea. Who's gonna score goals? I don't know. Felix maybe can score a goal there. And
If I've mentioned this already, my man, and you heard me saying, if João Felix cannot score 12 goals in a season in La Liga, never mind in the Premier League. Yeah, he can do in the Premier League, but come on, you know, João Felix is not a top goal scorer.
right, yeah, he creates the play, but like I said, he needs players around that can actually shoot, and none of them can score a goal. And it's the Chelsea fans. We're gonna see Potter out now, and I can understand. I don't think he's suited to Chelsea, personally, because Brighton to Chelsea is such a big jump, and they made a mistake by sacking Tuchel though. That's it.
Just quickly, let me just quickly finish off with the game. That, as I was mentioning, second half, then clearly control. Like I said, Tottenham first goal, Kepa should have saved. That was very poor from Kepa. He's been poor as well. And but big mistake, Enzo. I don't know. Enzo tried to clear the ball out. He didn't really clear the ball properly. And then
And
João Felix, I
I,
think he still touched the ball. And then yes, don't get me wrong. Yeah, it was a good finish by Skip, who for me was my man of the match
I think
today. He
I was supposed
bossed
to
that
say,
midfield. Skip was brilliant, absolutely
I,
amazing today. But then, like, yeah, Tottenham still controlling the game. You could tell Chelsea was never going to come back. And then the second goal, yeah, corners taken from Son. Then was Eric Dyer, yeah, Eric Dyer header. But then, like I said, Kane was just there on his own.
yeah,
Not one's marking Kane, no one's bother. And you know what? That Kane goal today, right? We've seen many times this season. Kane always waiting, next to the post. Doesn't matter if he's on the right post, the left post, always waiting. And he actually have banged a few goals like this season. And very poor defense, by the way. Yeah,
yeah,
Kane. We're talking about Harry Kane being on mark by not once, but about Harry Kane. And Harry Kane have scored a few goals like this season. By the way, Adriano, my man, big up to you. He
okay.
says London is white today.
Yeah.
London it might be white if it's snowing. Only if it's snow, London will be white, my man. But big up to you, my brother. Yeah, just quickly before I move into the chat, I've gone to
I
the
want.
board as well.
I
My
just want
man
to
is in the
say,
live chat. Really appreciate the support. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, like I said, like when you see Tottenham got 1-0 up straight in the second half, right? Could you did you feel it? Could you tell that
I mean,
Chelsea might come back?
when they bought Mudryk on, he bought it too late. Like Potter bought him on too late, and that's what Potter lacks. He brings him on too late. Like Mudryk him when they were 2-0 up, and you know what? I just want to call that Potter for many reasons. You're not playing Enzo in the right position. He's playing him in like a DM role. He's not. He's not a DM. He's more of a attacking midfield than defensive one. He's not. And Potter is just all over the place right now. But I just couldn't feel it. Tottenham were just dominating the whole game. I think Tottenham were the better side. Like
Oh yeah,
Chelsea,
Tottenham was clearly the better team today. They look a proper team today. Chelsea never look a proper team today.
they're more attacking though. I like Spurs is different now because when they're playing a system where the players actually work. Emerson Royale turning into some next level player. You have Son who's catching the form recently. You got Kulisevsky, Kane again, Richarlison's. He's actually doing well, Richarlison, just not the goal. So it's looking good for Spurs now. But I think it'll be still a disappointment season if they just get top four. Spurs need a trophy for me. If they don't get a trophy, then it's not a good season. But they still need a trophy.
I still think Conte will probably leave Tottenham at the end of the season.
But
I
let
thought
me,
he was going to get sacked even before the end of the season, but let's see. Um, Let me just quickly go in a live chat. Adriana says, sorry, people. Adriana says Grandpa needs to bench Kai Haverson because he's share. And at least the thing is, Kai Haverson's not playing in his right position. He's playing as a number 9. He's not a number 9. And what do you want the guy to do? And he says at least give a
yeah,
proven striker as a Pierre,
I just want to calm this.
Young.
I want to calm this point, right? I know Aubameyang is not great. Okay, Aubameyang maybe, but at least he's a striker that can score goals. Like you need goals. I don't think he'll. I'm not saying he's the main man to score goals. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying at least trust Aubameyang to at least he's the only one that could probably do something. Because like I said, Havertz, I know he's not playing in the right position, but he's missed some open goals. He's missed some stupid misses. I think Havertz, but he's not number 9. I think he's more of a he needs a creation. But then Chelsea have too many players, man. That's a problem. Graham Potter needs to deal with so many players. Like that's where I would not blame him. He has too many players to deal with, and how do you blend them in one season? I don't know. I
I
don't think
think Potter will stay at Chelsea until
yeah,
next season, but then if things goes how he's been going at the
yeah, he
beginning
says
of
that.
next season, he will definitely be sacked.
But I
But
think
like I said,
some Chelsea fans want him out now. Like it's like this is the thing. I would say Chelsea fans just need to be patient, and it's just hard though, isn't it? Like it's hard to be patient right now because you're losing every game, and it's not performances are like I want to say sorry. Performances are there. It's just the finishing. Like there's no finish. Like Havertz, I think in like the sooner the game he had a chance near the end. Like they have chances, Chelsea. They should have signed a striker in the January window, but they spent like Enzo Ferreira was a good signing. I'm not denying that, right? I'm not denying, but I'd rather go for a striker, and I think selling Jorginho was a mistake because Jorginho as a DM, if you have a midfield, Jorginho, Kovacic, and Enzo, you have a perfect midfield. So I think Jorginho selling was a mistake. It was a massive mistake now.
um, let me just quickly go in a live chat. Hukugu, big up to you. Says hi, another Porter masterclass today. I love him. He needs to stay, get put in.
Yeah, I agree.
I think, like, Liverpool fans, Man United fans, Chelsea and Arsenal, they all want Porter to stay. Untouchable says the better keeper catch that. Never mind, save his. Yeah, definitely, 100%. I agree. Very, very, very poor. I don't
You,
know what Kepa was doing.
and how much? Do you remember how much money they bought him for? They bought him for like 80 million, was it? 75 million.
Yeah, they spent quite a bit of money on him. Yeah,
I
when
mean,
he
they have
comes
money.
from Atletico Bilbao.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna say Kepa is a bad goalkeeper. I don't think he's
he's good.
bad.
I think
I
he's
don't think
good.
he's the top goalkeeper. I think Chelsea should have done it better as a goalkeeper, but look, he's what it is.
Remember, he started the season really well. I think he started the season really well. He actually made some decent saves. He saved Chelsea a lot. But I think we're seeing the real Kepa. I don't think he's a goalkeeper you can trust all season. That's what I would say about Kepa. He's only good in like maybe start, but once the start goes, he's awful. He's not a consistent goalkeeper, sadly. Actually, I love that, but be
So
interesting to see.
Adriano says, "Do you guys think like Spurs will achieve Champions League?"
Luckily, yes. Sadly, yes, because Liverpool and Newcastle, you're lucky that Newcastle are drawing them no goals. Liverpool right now, I don't want to discuss them because we're in a mess right now. So, yeah, I think you will. But I think you lot are lucky though, because first of all, like I said, Newcastle, if they continue their form, you lot will be in a lower league. And somehow, you lot are lucky because a lot of reasons why you're lucky this season. Because Liverpool and Chelsea having the seasons they're never going to have again, are they? Let's be honest. So, I'm sorry, I just have to throw some salt in there. And plus, you need to win a trophy for you. I think any Spurs can win a trophy of a top four. Simple. I want to ask you: do you think would you rather win a trophy or top four? Which one? Because I want to know.
White Boy says the worst. I don't know what you mean, my man. Just try to explain a little bit better, my man, please. And going back with Adriano, like I said, you guys know. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna hide. Clearly, I have never hide that I'm not a fan of Tottenham as a club. I keep saying Tottenham will not be finished top four, but look, everyone just keep dropping points, and Tottenham is up there. And if you ask me right now, do you think Tottenham will finish top four? I'll probably say yeah. I probably would change my mind now, but because I cannot see Liverpool coming back.
I think
And I keep saying Newcastle's going to struggle.
I want to say as well because the thing about this is you can change your prediction every 2 games. That's the mad thing. Like just say Liverpool beat Wolves and Man United, we're gonna put Liverpool back in that top four race, aren't we? Just saying Newcastle beat Man City, Wolves, then we're gonna say they're back in that top four. So I don't think it's done. I wouldn't say top four is done, but I think it's in Spurs' hands because. But like I said, I was saying this right. I'll say it again. Liverpool, just say they beat Wolves and United, that people will put Liverpool back in the top four race. Newcastle they'll go on a win streak, they'll put them in the top four race. So anything can change any minute. That's the thing. That's how good this season is, though. Anything can change in a minute.
Before we go on into another Adrian comment here, let me just quickly share my screen. Let's look up the table. There's no point bringing the stats up of Tottenham game. Anyways, I gave my man of the match, as I always like to give my man of the match at the end of each match review. I gave to Oliver Skip. I thought he was brilliant. I thought he bossed the midfield today. Managerial was also good. Kane was good as well. I think overall, like Tottenham as a team today, they looked good. Most of them had a good performance, but as man of the match, you have to give only to one. I gave to
Yeah,
Oliver Skip. Who was your man of the match today?
I agree. I mean, Skip with a very good goal. Skip was brilliant, but I would say, yeah, probably Skip. I mean, the whole team was good, to be fair. It's that Tottenham are in a good position for top four, which we're going to go into more. But let's see. I mean, I think we know the top three, right? Arsenal, Man City, United. I think that's how it will be. That same top three. It's about for fourth. Now, do I think Fulham are in there? I mean, are they? I mean, are Fulham in that
No,
top
no,
four?
no. I don't think Fulham cannot keep up. I've said this a few times, and a few weeks back I said, yeah, Fulham is having an absolutely unbelievable season, but Fulham will drop points. And Fulham, you can tell in the last few games as well. I watched them on Friday night against Wolves. Fulham will be dropping points. Fulham and Brighton most likely will not keep up being up there. But let's see what's going to happen. And as you can see in the table right now, Tottenham has two more games than Newcastle, right? Newcastle just been drawing too many games, dropping too many points recently. And like I said, Liverpool, yes, two games in the hand, but can you see Liverpool going in a good run? Unfortunately, I know you're a Liverpool fan, but let's be honest in here. I
True.
don't think Liverpool will go in a good
Yeah,
run. Not this season. It's like teams like City as well.
I actually agree, to be honest, because it's like there's no mentality right now with us. Like, I'll be honest, like the mentality is really gone. Like, I watched us yesterday night. We were awful, and I went. There was no mentality. There was no fight, and I'm worried right now because sadly, I think Spurs will probably get top four. I mean, like, but I want to discuss Chelsea mostly. Like, I mean, Tottenham. I know they're not. Tottenham probably getting top four. But like I said, this season surprises. This season is a surprise, everyone. This is a season of surprises. So could we see Liverpool go on a run? Probably not. But it's football. We know what football can deliver. So Tottenham hands. It's in Tottenham's hands. But I won't say top four is over. I think Liverpool and Newcastle are still in this. But
Oh yeah, I don't think top four that how he stands at the minute is not how he's going to finish. I don't. He might be, but I don't know. It's just that top four still things going to change, like you have mentioned. Um, I'm not going to say it's in Tottenham hands because I would say probably like Newcastle as well because they still got two games. But when you look at Newcastle future, like next few games and Tottenham next few games on a paper, it looks easy for Tottenham. But with Liverpool as well, who knows? Let's wait and see. Adriano says, well, I call him Adriano, but he's Adrian. That's how you're saying in my language, Adriano, not Adrian. I would take the FA
yeah.
Cup over top four. Would you?
Yes. Oh, come on. You're telling me Spurs haven't won a trophy for how long? Okay. And I think, I'm be honest, if I'm Spurs, I would rather take FA Cup. It's a trophy. Okay. They haven't won a trophy for like how long now?
They
So,
haven't won a trophy for. Sorry, they haven't won a trophy for 25 years, maybe, if I'm
yeah.
wrong.
So, like,
Last time they
obviously,
won was they haven't won a trophy for 16 years, if I'm not wrong. Last time they won was a League Cup.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I would definitely take FA Cup over top four. Like, that's if I'm Spurs, you see. So, yeah, I agree because Spurs top four is They know they'll get top 4. They'll probably be in Champions League next 5 years. Come on. So yeah, I'd actually agree. FA Cup over top 4.
I don't know, man. I think that I don't know. It's hard, obviously, because we're not Tottenham fans, but I guess for Tottenham fans, as they don't really win trophies, they probably most of them probably would say they would take FA Cup over top 4. But remember, top 4 gives you, Champion League football, my man. Champion League football.
But
I don't know. It's a hard one. Like me, I personally, I would prefer to always, play Champion League, finish top 4.
Like it's the thing, right? Playing in the Champions League, it does mean obviously. But if you're not gonna win it, then But like I'm just gonna say, I agree with this FA Cup over top 4. Like, come on, like because I don't think like this is the thing, right? Barcelona and Liverpool, like our clubs, we know we won trophies for the last. We've seen our clubs win trophies, right? But with Spurs, it's like they haven't seen a club win a trophy for like 16 years. So we don't know what it's like to be in that situation. So yeah, like we look at it and we think top 4's better because obviously we're playing Champions League, we won Champions Leagues. But like I just think Spurs fans
As a Liverpool fan, you would definitely take top 4 over FA Cup because you want to be in the Champions League next season.
Yeah, we have to build a legacy, man. Like without Liverpool there, it'll be bad for neutrals. Let's put it at that because But yeah, like we've won the FA Cup before. That's the thing, right? Like we won it last season, so I'll probably take top 4 of the FA Cup because
big up to 20 people watching us right now. Really appreciate the support. People do it a massive favor. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're new. Leave your thoughts in the live chat and smash the poll. Will Tottenham finish top 4? Yes or no? You let me know, please, please, please. I'm gonna give another 10 minutes on this live stream. Like I said, not feeling so good today, but my man, we're gonna look into Tottenham as well next few games. Just quickly predict we got a Carabao Cup final today as well between Man United and Newcastle. A big game for both, I'm sure. Man United hasn't won a trophy since
Newcastle, man.
Since 2017, and Newcastle, of course, would be nice to win a trophy for once. I can't, of course, in my lifetime, I can't remember seeing Newcastle won. I don't even know if they have actually ever won a trophy. I don't think they have. But onto the ball says, you've been on the alert, Jose. My man, what a night that was. What a night. What was I going to say? Sorry. But yeah. Like I said, we got Barca as well today, but I'm not doing any live stream because my head is killing me at the minute. And I wasn't meant to do this live stream, but I did. My boy always keeps saying, let's do it, let's do it, let's do it. But yeah, I don't know. I just think with Chelsea, let's just quickly say about Chelsea, right? I know we're not Chelsea fans. It's easy for us to be in here, saying, yeah, I think Potter should stay, should be given more time. The same what happened with Tuchel, but I mean, should Chelsea sack Potter right now or not?
Yes, because I do think this is a thing where this is a difficult one because I guess this season's a write-off. Well, I don't think this is because to be fair, it's a write-off to be fair because I think they're going to go out the Champions League West Dortmund and they're probably not going to get top 4. Yeah, top 4's out the cause anyways. They're not getting top 4. They're like that's done.
What, Chelsea getting top 4? No. Never mind they're getting the Conference League.
I know. Please, Chelsea, get Conference League, man. Actually, I don't want any Europe if we don't get top 4. But listen, I think Chelsea, they should. But do I think they will? No. Because they're going to give him a 5-year contract. So they're not going to sack him all day. So I would, but I don't think they will.
Like you said, you know what? I was a big fan of Porter. The work he did at Brighton was brilliant. It's different pressure as well when you manage clubs like Brighton and Chelsea. We know what Chelsea's like with managers, but He's hard now, the stage of the season as well. But do you know what? I just think they need a fresh mentality because it doesn't seem like Porter mentality is working. Because when you look at Chelsea's squads on a paper, I've said this a few times. Yeah, they haven't got a top goal scorer. They struggle to score goals, but they should have been doing better. Should they
Like,
have been doing better or not? In your
I mean,
opinion?
I had them obviously my top 4 predictions. Obviously, I thought they would have a very good season. Like I thought they could go far in the Champions League. Thought they could win maybe a cup, like a FA Cup or Carabao Cup. And maybe like probably a trophy. I thought they would do really well this season. So, but I think sacking Tuchel was a mistake. The start of the mistake because people. I don't think people. I mean, if you're going for Tuchel to Graham Potter, there's not going to be instant success because you're going to need Brian to Chelsea is a big step because you're from a mid-table club to a big six club. We said this, I think, like it's a big step up, okay, and you're gonna have more pressure on you, more people watching you, so it's gonna be. I expected more from that. I thought Chelsea would at least beat Southampton and West Ham. These teams like Chelsea, West Ham, but yeah, I think their season's done. They're not going anywhere.
I don't think they're even gonna get any European football next season.
That could help, No Europe could help Chelsea a lot. But then what doesn't help them is the transfers. Would anyone want to go Chelsea? Would anyone want to go to that football club Chelsea? They're not in Europe. I mean, when you hear the name Chelsea, you're like, very good. But then you actually look into it, it's like, no Europe, no Champions League. So I think the thing about Liverpool and Chelsea, there's a difference between them two, right? They're both having stinkers. But Liverpool at least have a manager that's proven and players want to play under, right? Jurgen Klopp, right? But Chelsea don't have a manager no one wants to play under. Like, who wants to play under Graham Potter? Like, there's no one out there. Do you think Bellingham will be looking at Chelsea? No. Do you think, like, Declan Rice is choosing Arsenal over Chelsea? That's done. I think Declan Rice Arsenal's kind of done. So, I'm worried for Chelsea. Like, it's in two minds, right? No Europe could help next season, but then who are you going to buy this summer? So, I don't know. No Europe is good, but at the same time, you're not going to be attractive enough. That's what concerns me about Chelsea now.
Yeah, it does not help when you don't play in Champions League football. It does not help to to attract the top
And
players and
and I just want to say that Barcelona as well, for example, right? Even if they're not in Champions, well, they are next season, but just say they're not, right? You hear the name Barcelona Madrid, you would want to go Barcelona Madrid because the manager's quality, right? And like I said this right now, just now, the manager doesn't help either. Like, who wants to play under Graham Potter? No world class player would want to play under Graham Potter. That doesn't help Chelsea either. So if they had just kept Tuchel, who knows where they would have been in a better place? Because at least under Tuchel, they didn't get embarrassed by Southampton. They didn't get embarrassed by Wolves, West Ham. So yeah, obviously they're not gonna. I think they're gonna have a dead summer. They're not gonna have a great summer for me because I don't think they don't have the manager to great summer.
I
They have
know
the money.
Tuchel gave them the Champions League, but
Yeah,
Tuchel in the Premier League, he wasn't doing great.
but like I
His
think
his
Todd
winning
Bowley,
rate in the Premier League wasn't great.
I just want to say
And
Todd Bowley as well. Look, it was only I think 3 games in, right? I think they just got beat by Leeds and they lost to Dynamo Zagreb in the Champions League. I would have given him more time to access.
oh
Okay, if
yeah,
you
I agree with you. I thought we said this a few times that Chelsea made a big mistake sacking Tuchel. They should have gave him more time for sure. But you you know that Chelsea is going through a rebuild.
and you know what? What makes it hard for Potter to stay is if the Chelsea fans turn because I think Chelsea fans are so spoiled with success, right? They're so used to instant success. They're so used to oh, we're gonna succeed straight away. Graham Potter is not the manager. That's why I don't think he's the man to deliver for Chelsea. And I would have given Tuchel at least 3 more games to access his functions, to access his style, because who knows? So it's not looking great for Chelsea right now. But I think they have a young team. So next season I think they'll be up there.
But I don't know. This season's been poor, and I think I'll sack Potter to be honest. But I don't think they will.
What do you think when we saw Paul at Brighton? Sorry, was playing lovely football, very good, attractive football,
I,
very good football,
I
right?
really liked him, man. Like
And when you look at this Chelsea squad, even they haven't got a top goal scorer, so much quality players. When you look at the paper, much better than what you had at Brighton.
yeah.
What do you think they don't play in this like the same kind of
I don't.
football? Why?
I don't think they're buying into Potter. I'm not gonna. I don't think that they don't like Potter's style. Like they just don't. And I think a lot of players want to leave this summer, and that's my concern. It right. Some players will want to leave, and I think I could see. I actually could see Mason Mount to Liverpool happening. I could see that. Like honestly, Mount to Liverpool is going to happen. I think Havertz might go. Kante might leave as well on a free.
Yeah, I think Kante will be leaving Chelsea
Like
at the end of the
it's
season.
a lot of players going to leave Chelsea, and that's what No Europe does. Like if you're in the Europa League, right? As much as we take the banter Europa League, at least you're in Europe, right? Like Europa League or Champions League, I know there is obviously a major difference, but you're still in Europe. But Chelsea not getting no Europe could be costly, but at the same time it's good because at least you're gonna have one game a week and stuff. But I don't know, man. It's just not looking good for Chelsea. And keep this up, man. I actually love this Chelsea because they really took the fun out of us like yesterday night. Well, this is what they deserve, man, because I do not like him. I do not like Chelsea. I mean no one likes Chelsea, let's be honest here.
Adrian says, if Chelsea decide Graham Potter, then I think Luis Enrique should be high because he plays with a 4-3-3, fast flowing football with young players, excellent as we
I
saw with Barca in Spain.
I think he's quality. I mean,
Yeah, I always liked Luis Enrique. I thought, he was probably a little bit too much, with Spain, leaving De Gea out, a lot of other players like
yeah.
Thiago Alcantara and stuff. But he likes the young players. And, but yeah, Luis Enrique is a fantastic
But
manager. And I
why?
think his
Or
style of football as well, I love it. You tell me, I'm a Barca fan, of course.
I mean, I would say as well, like if you give Pep this team, I don't think he would access straight away. That's what I will say here because there's so many players at this club. That's a big squad. Like, how many players do they have? Like, they probably have like 40 players, like 40, 50 players at this club. Like, that's how much players they probably have. And I would say one thing to back Paul, like I said, if you give Klopp or Pep or any world class man in this team, I don't think they would access straight away. That's what I would say. That's why I would back him a bit because generally it's a big squad. Let's be honest here. It's a really big.
And
Like
do you know how many players they have on loan as well?
I know. Like
Yeah.
watch next season's gonna be like some chaotic. I think there's gonna be loads of outgoing. I think the two teams that are gonna have an outgoing massively are Liverpool and Chelsea. Those two teams more Chelsea because I think Chelsea they have to sell. Like they have such a big squad. It's just mad because no manager would, even Luis Enrique, as good as he is, I don't think he would access straight away. Like it's just how Chelsea are right now, and the money they have, you think they would be doing much better. Now that's what I would say. I think the losses are. I would say the losses of Southampton is more bad. Like that's what makes it worse. Like losing to Southampton, drawing to West Ham. Those are the games you should be winning, at least, in my opinion. That's the games at least you should be winning.
Yeah, I agree with you, my man. But will Luis Enrique want to take the job at Chelsea? That's the question as well.
Who would? Who would? Like, you look at the club right now, the fans are just going to go onto you straight away. Like, Chelsea, in my opinion, have the worst fan base in the world in terms of patience. They don't give anyone time.
No,
Okay. Like, they just want instant success and then you'll be fine. That's why I just don't like this Chelsea fan base and they deserve what they're coming to them. I don't care because you literally don't give any managers time to access the. Like, obviously I'm saying Potter out, but like any other managers as
I
well. Like,
remember now. Chelsea got a new owner. The club, like the club in itself, is going through a rebuild. We know that, right? And we knew with the new owner, he would try to clear the club as much as he could, not to just leave anything left from Roman Abramovich. And Tuchel was one of the first things the new owner did. And but yeah, going back to Luis Enrique, I think is a fantastic manager. It would be amazing for Chelsea, but like we've mentioned in here, Chelsea's squad is massive. There's a lot of work to be doing in this squad. A lot of players that is on loan. Mention the players that is on loan. We've got Romelu Lukaku, right? Clearly, it looks like he will not be staying at Inter for the wages.
You know what I'm concerned mostly is, would anyone want Lukaku? Would anyone want these loan players? Like that Chelsea are in such a mess right now. I don't know if anyone would want these players at their club. Like who would? Like Inter right now, they don't care about Lukaku. Like, Lukaku's never used pretty much. Like I know he scores. Like he scored a fluky goal versus Porto was in the
Champions League.
Yeah. So like who's gonna want these players? So Chelsea, I'm sorry, Chelsea fans, you just have to be patient. But like I said, they're the worst fan base in the world in terms of patience. They don't give anyone time. I'm telling you, like it's just concerning for Chelsea right now. So if Chelsea, like truthful Chelsea fans would give managers time, right? Because Graham, I think people are so used. I said this, I think, before on the stream as well. They're so used to instant success, right? They're so used to like success straight away. Tuchel, there are so many managers that had a good straight away first season. So yeah, it's just Chelsea are spoiled. They're just spoiled fans. They are.
Yeah, like I said, I don't think they've got any more patience for Graham Potter. And today, losing against Tottenham, you know what Tottenham means to them, to Chelsea fans?
Yeah.
They hate each other. And losing another game, and not just because they lost, it's their performance as well.
Yeah. Like,
come on, what a shocking performance once again.
Now, you know what's embarrassing as well? Thiago Silva's coming off now, right? Thiago Silva looks bad. His injury didn't look great, and I'm very concerned now is because Thiago Silva's their best defender. Let's be honest.
Oh yeah, easily. Thiago Silva.
The instant impact when Thiago Silva came off was mad. Like it was, they were looking all right, yeah, when Thiago Silva was on the pitch, and then he came off, and then what did you see? Tottenham demolished them, and especially imagine they had 10 men, it would have been so much worse. Tottenham for Chelsea, it would have been so much worse than 2-0 if that was a red card. So it's Thiago Silva's their best defender. Everyone knows that. Once he came off, everything just went off. And
yeah, I've mentioned already at the beginning of this live stream. I said Thiago Silva looked he looked solid, good as well, always in the right position, and he got injured. That's it.
What did you expect? He's like 36, 37 now.
He's going to get 7 now.
He's going to get these injuries where you have to deal with. So Chelsea really need a rebuild this summer. Now, I'm very concerned about the Nkunku transfer. Like, that's probably going to happen. Like, I think that's going to probably happen, though. But Nkunku has just made a mistake, in my opinion. Like, going to Chelsea is a mistake now. Like, I don't think Guardiola will go Chelsea. I think that deal's kind of off now because I think he'll probably choose it because I think the only clubs that are interested in him are Liverpool and Chelsea, the recent ones. And I'll probably choose Liverpool over Chelsea because
even if Man United goes after him or even City, Newcastle, maybe, who knows?
I think this is the thing, right? I'm just assuming from other reports. There could be other clubs, but I'm just looking at the other clubs right now that are interested in. Chelsea, Liverpool. Those are the only 2 clubs that I'm hearing link with him. And what makes it harder for Chelsea is Guardiola's a Liverpool fan as well. So their summer's going to be bad. I think they're going to have the worst summer out of the top 6. They're probably
even if Newcastle, let's say Newcastle finish top 4, they will be playing European football next season.
They're going to be
saying this attracts players like when teams plays in the Champions League now, but it's money talk today nowadays in football.
I'm just saying it. Well, like what I said this, I think they said it. I'll say it again. But the difference between Liverpool and Chelsea this summer is you have Klopp in the helm, he's a world-class manager that can deliver the things for you. He can make you good. Graham Potter, I don't know who would play under him. Like, name a world-class player that would play under Graham Potter. No one. That's actually they're probably going to sign some dead players or something. And I'm concerned for Chelsea, really, because as much as I love it, this is actually bad though. Like, this is the worst Chelsea have been in ages. But this is
Yeah,
the
you
worst.
look at Brighton when he was at Brighton, a lot of players that you never heard about it, you didn't know about it, he made into, very, very good players.
I don't think people looked at this, but actually he took like 4 years, 3 years to access his to it took 4 years, 3 years at Brighton to access his ability. And Chelsea fans didn't realize that it took that long for him to succeed at Brighton. So, like, but I think Todd Bowley's a better owner than Abramovich in terms of at least he's giving Graham Potter time. Like, that's if it was Abramovich, that he would be sacked by now.
Oh
Let's
yeah,
be honest.
100%.
Like,
He would definitely had a free Christmas with his family for sure. Even before Christmas, you would be sacked already
like,
if that was Abramovich for sure.
like they would have had 3 managers. Like, they probably would have had like 4 managers, sacked by now. So it's not looking good. I think Todd Bowley at least gives managers time. So Chelsea at least, like I said, Chelsea fans are impatient. So what do you expect? So I guess you just have to. Graham Potter just has to deal with, and I feel bad for Graham Potter a lot because apparently he got family threats, death threats from other people, and that's
Oh yeah,
going.
that's bad. I don't.
Yeah,
It's like that's for me. That's I wouldn't call these people football fans, right? If you got up there, you know, saying stuff about your family, whatever they say,
yeah,
I don't want to. I don't even want to mention what they said. I don't want to. I don't want to bring up the exactly words that
yeah.
was said.
Right,
Not on YouTube because
right,
YouTube is very strict with a lot of things. I'm
right.
not going to mention that, but this is not football fans. This is
Like,
people
criticize,
that
like
sick
these, yeah,
people that hasn't go live, sad people, and yeah, I could say a lot
like
of things in here,
these
but I'm not
Chelsea
going to
fans.
mention
Yeah,
because I don't want my channel to get banned or this video wherever.
these Chelsea fans are like criticize Paul. Yeah, I don't mind you criticize Potter, but don't do like
But
some.
there's limits,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. Like,
Like
that's
you
pushing the line.
know that how unhappy I was with Xavi last season, how unhappy I was with Xavi this season in the Champions
Like,
League
you
and
don't you don't see
against Man
Liverpool fans going.
United.
Yeah, like you don't see
Still,
Liverpool.
look,
Yeah,
there's limits, right? We can be unhappy with a lot of things in life, but there's limits when you're talking about, when you try to express your feelings, there's limits to talk.
like,
There's kind of words you cannot use. There's limits, people in life. Let's be honest in here. I think what we've seen in the media, what we heard, like Chelsea fans were saying about Porter and his family. Come on, sorry, pardon me. Come on, people. Just be nice, please. Just be nice because you're not doing any favor to yourself as
like,
well.
no manager deserves that. Like, you don't see Liverpool fans going to Klopp and saying death threats after a bad season. You don't see Barca fans going to Xavi after a, a mistake in the Europa League. You don't see United fans going to Ten Hag after 2 games of the season when they lost the first 2. So I think these Chelsea fans, those Chelsea fans that did that, you just don't have a life, and plus, you're just yeah, you don't have a life, and I hope something bad happens to you. You go to jail or something because you deserve that. Really, you deserve more actually.
Yeah, definitely. I think this kind of people, like, I don't think this is like humans. This is not
Yeah.
even humans. I don't know what kind of word I could use to describe these Chelsea fans that is sick in a head. But my man, the pool's going strong in a minute. The pool so far, will Tottenham finish top 4? We had 24 people that smashed the pool. And at the minute, it's very tight. 54% said yes. They believe Tottenham will finish top 4. And 46% said no. So
So
far, keep smashing the pool. But don't forget also to smash the like on this
if
stream.
Spurs don't get top
And
4, I'd say if Spurs don't get top 4, then that's an embarrassment. I don't care what people say because you literally have the best time to get top 4. Newcastle and Liverpool not in great form. So if you don't get like the same thing with Arsenal, right? Arsenal and Spurs, this is your best time to have your seasons, right? Like, Arsenal, your best time to win the league because you're seeing a lot of teams drop off. Tottenham, you're seeing Liverpool and Newcastle have awful season. Not Newcastle, sorry. Liverpool have awful season. Newcastle just drawing FC. Literally, if you don't get top 4, I'm sorry, that's an embarrassment. I don't care. I just want to point that out quickly.
I think, like I said, I've changed my mind, and I think Tottenham has a good chance to get into the top 4.
But like, that's the problem. Like, you can change your mind in like 2 games later, and then Liverpool, you can say Liverpool,
Exactly.
and then
Who
Newcastle
knows?
go on a run.
It's like I said, it's hard to predict, but I'm just going to stick with my predictions. And I still think Tottenham will not finish top 4. Should I say that? Then, yeah, it will make everyone feel better when I say Tottenham. I still think Tottenham will not finish top 4. But come on, let's be real in here. Looks like the thing is they're winning games now. They get their chances. But let's see. With Tottenham, you never know with Tottenham.
But my main concern is when Conte comes back, what if the mentality changes? What if the mentality will change? Like, I don't think Conte is controlling this system. I think it's the actual the other assistant manager that's changing the system. Like, what if Conte comes back and we see the same old Spurs that don't turn up? That's my main concern for Spurs. And I think Spurs fans are still a bit scared of Liverpool, Newcastle a bit, just generally because Spurs have some tough games going up. They still got to go. They still got to face. Who have they got to face? I think they have an easy couple of games coming up. But like you said, Nottingham Forest.
They still have to face Liverpool at Anfield. They still have to face Manchester United.
Yeah. So,
if I'm not wrong,
and
they played twice against Arsenal. They lost both games. They've played twice against City, and they beat City once. They lost to City once as well. And yeah, I mean they still got to play Newcastle as well. Away to Newcastle.
We said as well, like these teams like Nottingham Forest, Palace, and who else? Southampton. Them lot, they're fighting for relegation. So, like, they're not easy games at all. On paper they are. They're gonna be up for it. And I'm worried about Spurs we've seen with Spurs this season, they capitulate in the bad moments. Like, we've seen it. So it's gonna be interesting, this top 4 race. I don't think it's dead. I think people are saying it's dead, like some people are saying it. It's not dead, but I think Spurs will get it. That's how it was.
I've got in here. Let me just quickly bring my screen up, and then we can see Tottenham next Premier League games, who they still have to face. As you can see in here, they will be playing against Sheffield United for the FA Cup 5th run. And 5th run, sorry, and then they got away to Wolves. That will be a tough game to them. I know Wolves hasn't got enough power up front, but Wolves still a good side, and they're fighting for their lives.
You know that same day that Sheffield United play, Liverpool play Wolves. So that game, I think Liverpool versus Wolves is a massive game for Liverpool in terms of top 4 wise, because Liverpool win that, they're probably back in that top 4 race. Liverpool lose it, I think it will be between Tottenham and Newcastle. If it's a draw, then it's the same. So Liverpool Wolves will be massive. It's a massive game for top 4. If Liverpool, like I said, Liverpool win, then it's back on. Liverpool are back in this race. If Liverpool lose, then it's done. So it's going to be interesting. Obviously, midweek Liverpool to Wolves. I'm quite nervous for that one because right now we're not in a great form. I think Wolves will get a draw against us if you ask me, but we'll see.
Yeah, the thing is, when you look at Tottenham next games, they got teams like we've mentioned now, Wolves fighting for their life, Southampton's fighting for their life, Nottingham Forest fighting for their life, Everton fighting for their life. Brighton, it's always a tough team to play against. A good side, play good football, and they want to finish probably in European places. And there's not an easy game, that's for sure. But when you look at the paper, it's not actually that bad.
That spell, you see that spell? Newcastle, Tottenham, and Liverpool. Newcastle, United, Liverpool. Those are the 3 games which are decisive. Those 3 are the massive 3. You feel if they can get 6 points out of them 9, that's a good. I think you get top 4. If you get 3 points, it's not great. I think Newcastle, Tottenham, Liverpool, Tottenham are the 2 massive tests for Tottenham. If they can get results there, I think they get top 4 because United. I think you can drop points versus dropping points versus United is normal because United right now they're in good form. So those 3 games are massive for me. Those 3 are the massive games they have recent now. What I think they'll beat Newcastle. It's in April, so like we don't know where they're going to teams at be, right? But it's interesting to see now because we're going to see those 3 games are going to be massive for Tottenham. Those
Yeah. And when you look at the games they have, like until the end of the season, is not. I mean, yeah, like we've mentioned, Manchester United, Liverpool, Newcastle. This for sure is not an easy game, but I don't know. I just look, he's worried, my man. Let's see if they're gonna finish top 4 or not. But like you've mentioned, it's probably in their hands now because we knew Newcastle. This was going to happen with Newcastle, and we knew that Liverpool's not going to go in a good run. Well, we're saying this, but who knows?
results.
Mentality may change.
Yeah, our only hope, like I think I said this. I don't say this, but I don't know if it's our only hope is if like we go on a run because I can't see us getting top 4 then because we've turned up too late. If it worded right, we've turned up too late to this top 4 race. We should have done this. Like those defeats to Wolves, Brighton, and Brentford really cost us. Like it really did because I think we needed to win those, but we bowled it. So it will be interesting to see now because where Liverpool going to be at. I think Newcastle. I think will depending on the Carabao Cup. If they win it, they're going to be confident. Their confidence will be high. If Newcastle lose it, I think they'll capitulate, and I think it will be between Liverpool and Tottenham because I think Newcastle will capitulate. But if they win it, I think Newcastle get top 4 because they're going to be confident. So their confidence levels will be high. Like they're going to be high. Like
I know he's on a League Cup, but he's a trophy and means a lot for both. Like I've mentioned, Man United haven't won a trophy since 2017. Newcastle, I've never seen Newcastle win a trophy, and the game is about to kick off very, very soon. About 5 minutes to go, and yeah, people, we're gonna end this live stream right now. Sorry, like I say, not feeling so good today. Unfortunately, I will not be doing any more live streams today. I would love to, as you guys know, I'm always trying to bring the big games. It would be nice to bring my United game, but then I have Barcelona game as well. I will be watching the football as usually, but not bringing any game today. I'll be back to, probably in the next few days, as usually. And I want to say a big thank you to every single one of you that always support the channel. The ones that are new subscribers, smash the like, always leave their thoughts in the live chat. Thank you to the ones always show love and support. And in here to my man, Dalival, a massive thank you once again for coming along, my man. Anything you want to say before we go? We've got 5 people watching us right now.
Make sure you like and subscribe for Ferreira, and yeah, I mean, hopefully top 4 race heats up. Obviously, we play on Wednesday, so I mean, my confidence levels for that game are quite low. But yeah, make sure you like and subscribe for Ferreira, and yeah, sadly there's no other streams, but yeah.
There will be plenty of more streams coming soon, as usually. And yeah, adieu, people. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Enjoy the rest of football as well. Plenty of games. We've got Man United against Newcastle. We've got Barcelona away to Almeria. We've got tonight as well. The French League One. Not most of you guys probably don't watch, but I do watch. I watch any football, anything. We'll be watching football and chill my head because, like I said, I don't feel good today, people. God bless every single one of you for all the support, and I will see you guys very soon. Thank you, gracias, adios. Remember always, vamos, 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 muchachos. Vamos.